Hi, friends. It's Carolyn Zook here with C6 Stitch, and today we have a very special guest. We have Flosstube with a friend. This is my friend Andrea Schultz. Andrea, hi.
Hello.
You've heard me talk about Andrea a lot on this channel. And Gary and Ronnie mention you a lot on their channel as well. You do the Sunday Zooms with them, right? You're
Yes.
when you can. Yeah.
Well, I did it in between my nap at
Yes.
church.
Andrea is a lot like me and loves a good nap. A good nap. So
I prioritize naps.
it's great. We were both talking earlier about how we're going to have one this afternoon.
Yes.
Because it's early. It's early for me. It's 7:30 on Saturday morning, which is earlier than when you get up. Yeah. Where do you live, Andrea?
I live in the Memphis area, Memphis, Tennessee, in one of the suburbs.
Okay. But you're not from there.
No. I almost wore a Kansas City jersey. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay.
I grew up in Peculiar.
Okay. You grew up
Missouri,
in Peculiar, Missouri?
Yes, which is about 20 miles south of Kansas City.
Okay. But people have heard of Kansas City.
Yeah.
And you're a Chiefs fan?
Big Chiefs fan.
Which will
I'm a Royals fan too, but I wish that they would win a few games. Like they're in last place, I think.
It'd be nice if your team would win. I get that. Definitely.
Yeah.
And how did we meet, Andrea?
At Sam Ward.
Yeah. We have a friend in common. Yeah.
Sam Ward is an attorney here in Memphis, and she worked in our office for a little bit. And one day, I don't know how it came up, but I mentioned that I cross stitch, and she said, "What? My friend that has a floss tube." And we connected, and we've been good friends ever since.
That's right. We talk nearly daily we have a little group chat and all that. Yeah. So it's I only met Sam over the internet too until a couple years ago.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I know Sam through a mutual friend of Sam and mine. Okay. Like that's how I met Samantha. So Andrea stitches a lot of prim, patriotic, and samplers. Is that a good summary of what you like to stitch?
You asked me, you told me you were going to ask me that question.
Yeah.
Samplers, patriotic is on my list. Yes, that's what I love.
Anything else on your list?
Recently, I've been stitching a lot of marking samplers, which are more of just alphabet, no motifs, similar to This Is Red.
Okay.
I received Nicola's red box from Europe. Okay. And since I've started stitching those, I've started buying additional charts here and there that are just marking samplers.
Okay. So a marking sampler is just the alphabet, not motifs. Is that what makes it a marking sampler?
Yes.
Okay. That's great.
Right. And the girls would use it to practice their alphabets, for marking linens or undies.
Well, undies? Really? Well, I guess their undies were different than ours are.
Well, for laundry, yes.
Yeah, true. Fair enough. Oh, we're having some
cheers.
Cheers. We're having some mimosas. I was going to put mine in a champagne flute, but I was worried a cat was going to jump up on the table and knock it over.
Yes.
So
I'm using my Memphis, just in case you forget where I'm at. I'm in Memphis.
Yeah, you got to represent.
Yes.
Andrea, this is a funny question, but how do you stitch? I know how you stitch, but do you do a rotation? Do you do a lot of planning? Do you do challenges? Or do you just do what you want when you want?
I have evolved to what I want when I want. At the beginning of the year, I kind of made a list. I've got so many whips. I've got so many pieces I want to start that I kind of made a list at the beginning of the year of things I want to touch this year.
Yeah.
But then, I like to shop, and I have great haul all the time. And
I love
so
shopping.
it seems as though those pieces get stuck in front. But I've tried the challenges. I did the magazine monthly challenge for a while, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Because I've got all these magazines that I don't use. I just look at.
Right.
But overall now it's just what I want to stitch.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. This is a very personal question I'm going to ask you, which I did not tell you ahead of time.
Uh-oh, I don't have it on my notes.
Would you share with us the number of whips that you think you have? Or not?
At the beginning of the year, I was at 48.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No. But I know that I've added to that, but I've also finished a few pieces. So
yeah, you finish frequently, it seems like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I don't think of myself as a fast stitcher. Yeah. But a couple of people mentioned that at StitchCon that they thought I was a fast stitcher.
Yeah.
So I guess
you seem pretty fast to me anyway. It's all those samplers.
Well,
you know,
I would like to brag.
What? Pardon? You know your alphabet by now, maybe.
I do. And that's what Becky Parker says is, I know my alphabet. I have a little brag.
Yeah.
Very little brag.
What's your little brag?
My stitching speed. Gary and I had a contest, a stitching contest on a small, and guess who won?
No way. You beat Gary?
Girl won.
That's a huge brag. You should get a trophy or something.
Well, I will contact Garon Stitchery and ask for my trophy.
You should. I would love
I'm afraid of what I might receive, though.
What's that? Afraid of what you might receive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's awesome. That's a huge brag. That's a huge brag. Yeah. Do you have any FOs or FFOs with you that you wanted to share with us? That
yes, I did pull some.
Yeah.
That I really love. This is one. Vonna finished this for me. Ooh. It's called The Addams Family.
Oh, look at that house.
There's only one D. It's John Adams. And John and Abigail, a couple of their children are depicted on here.
Okay. I was like, it doesn't look too spooky to me.
Right. But it's just fall.
Yeah. But that's why, because it's John Adams, not
John Adams.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's one of my favorites.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Stitching. And finishing.
Yes, and finishing. Here we go. Blackbird Designs.
It's gorgeous.
This is Christmas cheer. Nope. Good cheer, I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, that's beautiful.
And there's 4 in the Christmas series. I've stitched 2 of them.
Okay.
I've started the 3rd. Well, actually, this is the 3rd one in the series, but my 3rd I've started.
Do you get those professionally framed, or do you do them yourself, or do you have a framer there in Memphis?
That one was stitched at my LNS, Stitchers Inc. Okay. And it's very convenient if you're coming through Memphis. It's right off of the interstate, just literally 5 minutes off the interstate.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. I also get things framed at Hobby Lobby, which is where this one was framed. This one is Manor at Quaker Hill by With Thy Needle and Thread.
Ooh, oh my gosh. That's gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
I have started a Brenda Gervais wall.
Okay.
And this is the big piece. You can see I don't have that. There we go. And I love the frame. It's perfect.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That's a lot of stitching. That's a ton of stitching in that piece.
I love it so much. And I did it on Ada, which made it easier since there was so much stitching, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of stitch on everything, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
And then I do have some pieces, and I said, don't ask me who this is by. This one I These two I framed myself.
Uh-huh.
There's no glass on it.
Uh-huh. That's pretty.
And then the one above it is CC Smith. It was framed by Hobby Lobby.
Uh-huh. Okay, so it's just like a mix.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try out Gary and Ronnie's. I've got the series Absidarian
Uh-huh.
by Blackbird. I've got those mainly, all of them that I'm going to stitch. I think I've got 8 stitched.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to send that to Gary and Ronnie's new guy.
Okay.
See how I like him.
Nice.
So yes, a little bit of everything.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say you were going to send it to Gary and Ronnie to have framed. That Garan is going to get into framing.
Oh.
That's how we start rumors on this channel.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Yeah. But no, you're going to send it to their framer.
Right. Their new framer in Alabama.
Nice. Very
Then
good.
I'll have to take a road trip and go pick them up.
Oh, darn. I bet you could stay in the Garan shop if you wanted to.
They wouldn't be one bit worried about me taking extra things home, would they?
Right? You'd have to search your bag. Did you pay for these, ma'am? Yes, of course.
Let me check your bags.
Yep. What okay, so is there anything else you want to share that I haven't asked yet before we get into the regular Flosstube part?
Well, I don't know if you want me to show it in haul or now. I really want to show the Smalls exchange I received at StitchCon. It was perfect for me.
Oh, show it now.
Georgia so here?
Yeah, okay. Show it now if you have it available. You went to weekend A.
Yes, I did. It was fantastic.
Good.
As always.
Yeah, I had FOMO this year. I was like,
it was a great time.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. It looked so much fun in the pictures. So what did you participate in the Smalls exchange and you stitched something, you got something. So what did you get?
Well, I'll tell you what I stitched first, because once I show this, I'll forget.
Okay.
On Garen's Stitchery, they have some needle cases. They're oval. And within the center, you can stitch something and slide it in. Excuse me. I did a motif from a Twin Peaks patriotic sampler and put that inside, and then some patriotic things in there.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
All right. So this is what the box looked like.
Stop it right now.
Right. It was so perfect.
That's so perfect.
So perfect.
Did they paint that, or do you think it came like that?
Pardon? Oh, no, you can buy these at Hobby Lobby.
Oh, okay.
And probably other stores too.
Okay.
But I typically go to Hobby Lobby because
it's
closer.
Yeah.
So the best part, when I first opened it, she wrote me a note.
Oh.
Yes. And so she tells me what each thing is. And it is from Count Twice, Stitch Once.
Okay.
Flosstube.
Yeah.
Connie Montague, I think.
Very nice.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that the sweetest? And she finished it herself.
Really?
She said she used Vanna's tutorial. But I love her so much.
That is perfect.
Let's see. It's Liberty Girl by Nikki's Creations Primitives.
Beautiful.
I don't know if you can tell. It's on the gingham, that light khaki gingham.
Oh, it's kind of lighting on Flosstubes kind of blows it out a little bit, but
you can see along.
Oh, there it is. There it is. It came in. Yep. Oh, that's darling.
Anyway,
and
that's
then so pretty.
All the goodies, my goodness, it's hard.
Yeah. Is a needle minder. Oh, your floss
drops.
Uh-huh. Oh, pretty.
Which she made, all of this.
That's incredible.
And then a little notepad. It was so awesome. And
that's so perfect.
Sorry to the girl who got mine, because my box was not nearly as exciting as this.
I'm sure she
this
loved
is the total package. Total package.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
I think that's all I have.
Great.
Before we get started.
That's right. What did you work on? Did you have any finishes this past week or two or so?
I did. Ish. Yeah.
Ish works.
This was a finish right before StitchCon. It's another Brenda Gervais going on that wall I mentioned. This one is Forever and Ever. And in the chart, there is another, hold on a second. There's a whole other section over here with the alphabet. But she, within the chart, said, just cut this off if you want. And the space I have on the wall will hold this size perfectly.
Okay. That house is a lot of stitching. It's beautiful.
It really wasn't.
Oh, it looks like it to me, but it's beautiful.
Thank you.
You're like a professional stitcher.
Nah. And then this one I started at the Garon retreat and finished at StitchCon. I got to ring the bell.
You finished it.
I did.
This
is by Red Barn Samplers, Ray Niles. I was able to meet her at the Silver Needle one year.
Oh, nice.
This one is called Maggie Pepperell.
Now, would this be an example of a marking sampler?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
With just the alphabet.
And she'll go up here with my other red ones.
Nice. You and I sat next to each other at the Stitching in the Wild, and I saw you working on that one. So it's fun to see that one finish.
It was an easy one to finish up.
That's great. Those are your finishes?
Those are my finishes.
Great. I don't have any finishes. Do you?
Well, slacker. Do you even prepare for these? Do you even prepare for your Flosstube, man?
No, I don't. I just wing it.
You do a great job.
Oh, thanks. Do you have any new starts?
Yes. I started.
The thing you need to know about Andrea is she's the cutest thing you ever did meet. That's the thing you need to know about Andrea.
Let me tell you about Andrea. I am dying in the heat here. This fake lights are like warming me up. So the Garon retreat, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
This was an exclusive by Teresa Kogut.
Yep.
I started it with Candy and Gina and Becky Parker. We all started it at StitchCon together.
You got really far.
I got this basket one night this week. Becky is very good about setting goals.
Yeah.
She said, "What's your goal tonight?" And I was like, well, I guess it was the night before. I said the ribbing on the basket. And then the next night I just sat and stitched that basket right up.
Wow. That's beautiful. I have that one, but I haven't even thought about starting it, but that's so pretty. I
have cut off, there's another set of leaves, and this was supposed to come down further. And then the words sunshine and blooms, but there will be no words on mine.
Okay.
But I love it. I love this chart.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You got really
it's on Grandma's slip, which I love.
Which is the recommended fabric, right, for that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Called for.
Yeah.
I like to do called for. I follow the rules.
We've talked about this where, especially with floss colors and stuff, that we're very much called for girls, right?
Now, I will let someone else tell me what to stitch. You know, when I show you my haul, I think, yes. No, when I show you what I'm going to, my plans.
Okay.
What I'm going to stitch. I did I can't remember the word. Susan Coates Surprise Me box.
Oh, yeah.
She changes out colors. I'm fine stitching those colors. If someone tells me this will look good, I'll stitch it. But I'm getting better, but I have a hard time choosing the colors on my own. Yeah,
I feel the same way. Yeah, definitely. Which I'll also show in haul that I have I'll have to choose my own colors.
Okay.
Yeah. What about, so I have no new starts this week either.
That's 2 strikes, man.
It's 2 strikes. I'm almost out. What did you work on this past week or so? Your whips, your works in progress.
This is all I have worked on.
Okay, well that explains why you got so far. Yeah.
Yeah, this is all I've worked on this week.
So that's your whip. Wow. I have 3 whips.
I also found that I have become more monogamous
Yeah.
lately.
That's also how you get things done.
Right.
I promise
Yes.
you don't get things done by starting a bunch. Ask
Yeah.
me how I know.
That's why I
I,
have 48 whips.
yeah, which is not bad. Not bad.
What's your number?
53.
Ah,
Yeah,
we can start more.
we will be. We'll talk about that in plans. I worked on Tudor B. This is by the Blue Flower.
Oh, I love it.
This one, for some reason, I thought I was going to stitch for a small last year for StitchCon, and then I got overwhelmed. But I'm just stitching it for myself now because I really like it.
Yeah.
And this is my 25/7 piece.
That's gorgeous.
So I'm working on
Yeah.
25 minutes a day. I did give it a full evening of stitching last week, and I'll do that again this week and finish it up, I think. Because all I have is the bee left. I finished the circle. I put the crown in. Whoops, I used Qriket for the crown. You can't really tell.
Wow.
It's sparkly in real life.
I love it.
And then we just have the bee to finish, and then she'll be done.
Looks great. Are you going to frame it or put it in a
I think
like
I'm
a
gonna make it into
pillow?
a little pillow, kind of like how I really like how they have it done on here.
What
So,
size is it?
um, like inches, you mean?
Yes, because it looks larger in real life. Wow. Yeah.
Like my hand? Yeah, it does look a lot bigger. I think because there's so much going on in here too, that it looks like it's a bigger piece than it kind of is.
Okay.
But it's a lot more work than I definitely underestimated how much work this would be. Yeah. And this is on,
Beautiful.
thank you. I think this is on Vintage Country Mocha,
I love it.
32 count. Yeah. So that should be done by the time I film next week. And then,
We'll hold you to that.
oh, geez. Oh, geez. So the next one is my spring montage by Janet Stever. It is charted by Pain Free Crafts. It's full coverage.
Holy moly.
And so I work on this every Sunday for 3 months, like the spring months. And even though it's technically summer now, I'm going to work on it one more day to get us through the end of June.
Wow.
So this is where we're at. I did last Sunday, I got 307 stitches in, and I'm now at 3.22% of the way done.
Oh my gosh.
So I just did more fill in, and I'm just kind of carrying it. It's down to the bottom of the first block, and I'm just trying to carry it over. So we'll get one more day on this before she goes away.
Looks amazing.
I love it.
I don't think I could do that. A full coverage. I know we joke about it, but I really, I don't think that, I don't think I could do that. I don't mark my charts or my progress, and I know you have to in there.
I use Pattern Keeper, which tracks everything for me, but yeah. It's definitely a different mindset, I feel like.
I agree.
Because this one, there's so much confetti, especially in this beginning part. But you can see where it's kind of like a gingham down here. Like that was fun to do because it was like a whole block of just color. So that was exciting. But yeah, I love it. I don't know how long. I mean, I'm only at 3.22% done, and it's going to go away for the year pretty soon here. So I keep saying I think next year I'm going to work on it Saturdays and Sundays. Give it the whole weekend and see if we can make more progress. Okay, so the last thing I worked on this week was Hearthside Christmas by Erica Michaels.
That's very prim and sampler-ish.
It is, isn't it?
It is. I love it. I don't think I have that one.
Well, stay tuned because it might be coming your way.
Woo!
Woo! It says, friends for your fireside, a wreath for your door, more pleasure at Christmas than ever before. contentment and laughter, good times and good cheer, and peace to go with you all through the new year. So that's what it says. And my goal, this is a year of whips, so my goal is to finish it. And I worked on it 5 days this week. Let me move my coffee out of the way. I'm not done yet, but I think we have a fighting chance to finish it.
Wow.
Next month.
That looks great. Yeah.
That
Definitely.
The border is killing me. But we're getting there. So I did finish, or I started on this forest here. And then I carried the border down and around the corner just to make sure I had everything lined up.
Yes,
And it's hard to see in the camera. It shows up in real life, but there's a little white dove right here. And then there's some snowflakes, and more words will go down here.
Okay.
But I think we got a fighting chance to finish this one.
Looks like it.
Yep. So this
You'll have time to get it framed and on your wall before Christmas.
Yes, that's the plan. That is the plan. Yeah, this one I've struggled with. For some reason, I have trouble doing satin stitches. I don't know why. And there's a lot of satin stitches. And I just ended up converting them to crosses. And so that went a lot smoother.
What type of fabric is it on?
It's on 32 count color and cotton.
Okay. I learned a trick. You may already know it.
Tell me.
My satin stitches did not look good.
Yeah.
Because I went stitch by stitch, straight across. I read to do to skip a stitch and then come back and do it, and it makes it look fuller.
Oh, so, that's good to know.
Maybe try that next time.
Yeah, I will. For some reason, this color and cotton, which I love their fabric, it seems a little tighter. Which is interesting because usually their fabric isn't too tight or anything, but this particular one maybe is a little bit tighter. But that's what I worked on this week. I'm really liking, because I gave 5 days to Hearthside Christmas, and I'm really liking giving 5 days. Like, you get a lot done on it. But, so that's everything I worked on.
Great progress.
Yeah, it feels good. Feels good. Do you have any haul to share?
Heck yeah.
That's my girl.
Yeah. First, let me show you what my haul is in. Look at this cute bag.
Ooh. Oh, where'd you get that?
Vintage Blessings off of Instagram.
Okay.
I also purchased a small table runner, and so it's vintage quilts, but she also has some smaller pieces.
Okay.
So that was received this week. Yeah. I typically purchase the majority of my things from Garon.
Yeah.
Because they're my buddies.
Yep.
But at StitchCon, I sat next to Christine Hollis of Hollis Hands Creates. And before I got to know Gary and Ronnie, I purchased a lot from her. So I went back to her website and looked around a little bit. So I got some haul from her.
Okay.
Let's see. Little Robin Designs, sampler of St. Ives. Oh my goodness.
Ooh. That's called a marking sampler.
I'm so impressed. And in September, Little Robin Designs is doing a sampler retreat with Stitch Etc. that I'm signed up for here in Tennessee, closer to Nashville. So I'm going to have this stitched up before I go.
Before you go, okay.
So I can be teacher's pet.
Oh gosh, that sounds about right.
Little House Needleworks, Americana Petites, itty bitties.
Oh yeah, those are cute.
I've really been even more so on a patriotic buying spree.
Wow.
Jessie and Me, Cross the Sea sampler. I don't know what's the best way to get this in there.
Yeah, you just kind of have to play around with it. Kind of blown out. There we go. That's pretty good. Yeah. Okay, I see it. Yep. Oh, with the flags on the side. Yeah.
Yes.
It's Pretty.
Thank you. Heartstring samplery, Kate Adkin. Can you tell me what type of sampler this is?
That is a regular old sampler, not a marking sampler.
I was going to go with marking sampler.
That is a marking sampler.
I don't know.
It has motifs on it, though.
It does, but it's got a lot of alphabet, and
it does have a lot of alphabet. It's pretty.
That's a good spot right there.
There you go. Yeah, it is. I like the different fonts.
Try this one. It still wasn't good.
Mm-mm.
And then I pretty much have stopped purchasing off of the stash unload. Got burned a couple of times.
Did you really?
Yeah. But then this week
they pull you back in. Yep. Qriket collection, patriotic.
Yep. This one's called Salmon Stripes.
Okay.
And I remember Pam when she stitched this several years ago.
Yeah.
And when I saw it pop up, I thought I need that.
Now you got it.
Yes. And then a Prairie Schooler.
Nice.
We'll probably only do the girl and the guy.
And it's called American Primitive, which is that's a perfect name.
Perfection.
Yeah.
Perfection. You might as well say Andrea Schultz.
Yeah, right. You just change your name. Just legally change your name.
And here is the last one. But what's interesting about this?
Yeah. Oh, that is, yeah. What's that one called?
It is called New World Sampler.
New World Sampler. So interesting.
But look what it came with.
No way.
Right?
You're almost done.
If I finish this, it looks like 14 count, and it might be 3 strands. I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm a 1 strand person, but I will finish it correctly. If I finish it, it might go to a friend of mine who has a whole wall of boat samplers.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Would you start it over for yourself? No.
I might, and I might do it this way.
Oh, okay.
It's on the back.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I would not do the large sampler for myself.
Yeah.
But I might do, and I won't put the names of the ships on here. I'll just leave it.
Yeah.
So that's my haul. Oh, one more thing. I probably should have shown this during my StitchCon conversation. This is not really haul, but it was gifted to everyone at our table. Okay. This is really going to make you sad because you would have been at our table.
I would have. Tell me. What is that? Oh, I love the stripes.
By Gary and Ronnie. It holds your thread.
Yes.
So luckily I had all of my primitive threads with me. You know, because I don't use anything other than called for. I bring them just in case.
Yeah.
But
you should just walk around with a basket of primitive threads in case you need them.
You never know when a primitive emergency might come up.
I adore you. Yes, that thread holder is something that Gina and Donna made up, and then they said that they talked to them. Garan talked to them about borrowing that idea. Yeah, that's cool. I'm very jealous of that.
Yes.
I love the stripes too. I'm a stripy girl.
Yes. They look good. They look great.
That's
what about you? What'd you get?
I got my World of Cross Stitch magazine, which I haven't even taken out of plastic. So
gonna have a flip through soon?
We'll do a flip through maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
And then I went to Acorns. I finished up teaching this week. All my grades are submitted. I don't have to teach or prep another lecture until after Labor Day. I know. I'm so excited. So I went to Acorns to celebrate because I hadn't been there since like March, which is
Mhm.
ridiculous. And I had some threads I had to get for Hearthside Christmas. But they have a 50% off bin that I always look at. And I picked up two charts. This is I'm not pronouncing it right, but
Reflect de Soie.
Reflect de Soie.
Mhm.
And this is Marie Gondard, 1876.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I would do?
What?
I would stitch that and move off that border and get a tight framing job on it, and you won't need the border.
Ooh, that's a good idea. So you would put the person's name in here? Or your own name?
I might do an ancestor.
That's a
I
good
usually
idea.
will put my initials on, but I might
Yeah.
put a grandmother, mother, and aunt.
Yeah.
Why did I just say aunt? That's not how I say it. I say aunt.
That's how I say it.
I know.
Yeah. And then I got another one. So this one is very light color. This one is not. Yvonne Leclerc, 1905.
We should have a start along. I have that one.
Do you?
I do.
There's a whole bunch of floss on it.
I know. That's probably one I'll just look at a lot.
What's that?
Yeah. That's probably one I will just look at. I like to just sit and look at my charts.
I do too.
That'll probably be one I just sit and look at.
But no, you said stitch along, so we're gonna start it together. So start collecting your soie de jet.
I'm not.
There's a DMC conversion on here. So I got
If
that.
I were to do it, I would probably use Vicki Clayton Silks.
Oh, yeah.
I love being able to just send her my list, the color list, and she will bag it right up for you.
Oh, that's nice. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I also put an order in from Garan. This one, Sarah from Stitching Mommy she just finished it. It is a Just Nan. It's called High Hopes. And it's kind of hard to see, but it's a kitty cat here in a garden. And right in the center there is it's a bird bath charm.
Oh.
And so the kitty is like thinking about getting the bird, I think.
I was gonna say, I see those birds up there. They need to fly away.
Yeah, it says very small. It says High Hopes Grow Here. So I thought that was really cute.
Very cute.
And then this is something I've been thinking about for a very long time, and I finally just said, okay, I'm just going to do it. I got
what?
the letters from Nora Corbett. So I got the C.
Okay.
I almost dropped in my coffee. I got the L. And I got
What's your middle name?
Louise.
Louise.
Yep.
That's my newest grandbaby's middle name.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Aw.
Random Louise. Aww. So are you going to stitch it for her?
No. Me. It's all about me. And so I want to display them next to each other because it's my initials. I'm going to take out this filled in background.
Okay.
Because the others don't have it.
Right.
I think I'm going to put just like a single border around the L.
Okay.
The Z one, you really need it because there's all.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So you do need it on this one. So I think it'll be easy enough just to add a 1X border around it.
Right.
That should be easy. And then on the C, I'll do the same. It looks like there's already one there, but I won't fill in all the background.
What color fabric are you going to use?
I don't know. And I don't know what colors, because I want the colors to coordinate better.
Mm-hmm.
Since they'll be hung up. I think I'm going to do them on different fabric.
Oh, okay.
Or not, like maybe the same fabric, but not all in one piece.
Uh-huh.
Because I thought it would also look kind of cute if I did 3 separate framings and hung them up next to each other. They're about the same size, but not exactly the same size. So I'll have to figure that out. But yeah. So I got those. They call for crescent color.
When are you going to start them?
I don't know. I don't know. Evil
One
woman.
step at a time.
What's that?
I said one step at a time.
One step
Acquisition.
at a time. Acquisitions. There you go. But yeah, again, Sarah from Stitching Mommy is stitching. She's been stitching them for her nieces when they graduate from high school. And I started thinking that would be fun to have one. And then I'm like, why stop at 1 when you can do 3?
You know, there's 26 total.
Stop it. And I think that's everything I got. That's everything I have.
Very nice.
Yeah. So what are your plans? Do you plan ahead for July, or do you just kind of, I know you just kind of do what you want.
Yes. I have had a few starts or start-alongs in the last couple of months, and obviously I prioritize those. So I've got a couple, and since July is the apex of patriotic, I've got several pieces that I want to start. But the best one is on July 4th.
Yes.
With several friends. One Nation.
Oops, not that one. One Nation. Yeah.
There we go.
We're going to start it. Do you have your fabric and your floss and everything?
I have my fabric, and let me pull it out here. This was my haul from Garon this week. That's all. Okay. Can you believe it? But they've got the red and white coming for me. I'm changing up the colors. I'm using so here are the called for.
Yeah.
Yep. And the blue that's called for is the blacksmith blue, but I'm going to use wavy navy instead.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm waiting on wavy navy. I've got needle bling lightning. Oh, that's a good picture right there.
It's blue.
It's blue.
Nice.
And so let's see. I'll just put these up so you can get an idea of what it will look like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I've seen a few people recently doing on blue, and I like it.
Yeah, I'm doing mine on blue too. Will the white show up okay on that blue?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Good. I'm using 3866, I think.
3866?
Yeah. 3866.
Nice.
And 3777 for my red.
Okay.
And wavy navy is the only one that is overdyed that I'll be using.
Are you gonna, because I've talked about how the state names, I'm gonna stitch in blue the states I've lived in. Are you doing anything like that, or just doing it all?
I considered it. I considered doing the state I'm from, the state my husband is from, in Tennessee.
Yeah.
But I have not decided for sure if I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah. What are you going to do, you say?
I'm going to do in blue the states I've lived in, which is going to be 5 different states. And then I was born in Manitoba, and there's some little motifs on the edges here, and Joy Lisa suggested changing out a motif to be like a maple leaf or something to, even though it's called One Nation, but to kind of represent where I was born. And I might put MB, I think it's the initials for Manitoba, somewhere on here just to kind of represent where I was born.
Right.
Yeah. Just a little nod to it, if you will. Yeah. But so I think I am going to do that, but otherwise I'm using all the called for except for the fabric, which is French blue. I'm using French blue by Fabrics by Stephanie.
Nice.
Yep. Um, what else are you doing in July?
I don't know the start dates. I'm going to do God Bless America.
Nice. Boy, you don't mind stitching those big houses, do you?
I don't know why I love them so much, but I do.
There you go.
Uh, this one's a maybe.
Okay. Ooh, definitely you have to do that one.
Well, here's the
I
other one I
like that
want to do.
one.
Okay. And
Which means you have to do it.
I've got my threads.
You're ready to go.
Did you give this to me?
I think I gave that to you. I think I did.
Yes, because it's got the silks and
Yeah.
the fabric is from Acorns.
Yeah, I think I did. I think that's why it looks familiar to me. I'm like, oh, I might even
Yes.
have that in my stash. No, I don't. But
And then this is my surprise me box. Came in my surprise me box from
yeah, very nice.
Susan. And that's a big pot.
Just think of it like a house.
Exactly. And these are the colors she chose for it.
Ooh, so pretty.
Yeah.
Do you have a
So
like a
those are the
patriotic
three I would
wall?
like to work on.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Do you have a patriotic wall?
Not really. I
Yeah.
pull it all out and I've got things sitting around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Some flat folds. Uh, I have one of the first things I ever stitched in the 1980s was from Just Cross Stitch magazine, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and it's patriotic with bears. I was looking for something on eBay this week. Do you know, and I pull it out every year, do you know, I found 3 listings. I didn't look any further. 3 listings for this stitched in an old, I say old, you know how everything was oak then.
Yeah, yeah,
Oak
yeah.
frames. $50
Wow.
for
Wow.
some teddy bears in patriotic.
That's
So,
great.
yeah. So I don't leave them out year long,
Yeah.
but I'm considering making a patriotic wall.
Yeah, you should.
This is going to be a red sampler wall here,
Okay.
just red samplers, marquee samplers. Uh, I've got my Brenda Gervais wall going over here.
Nice.
So I think we can find a wall for patriotic.
You can find a wall. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So those are my thoughts for July.
I like it. I'm starting One Nation. See, this is the problem with being friends with Andrea, is that you're not
Oh,
pushy.
there's a problem?
Just one. There's just one. You're not pushy like I'm pushy. I'm like, start a full coverage. Start.
Yes, yes.
You're not like that. You're just kind of the silent type, silently influencing people without them realizing it. Because all of a sudden, I've been stitching samplers and collecting samplers. And then this is my other start for July, and this is fully blamed on Andrea. I'm not a patriotic stitcher. This is E
Love it.
by Jan Hicks Creates. We're starting this on July 1 for Canada Day. And then One Nation will be started July 4th. But yeah, and I don't have the floss or the fabric yet, but I'm just using the called for floss. I have fabric in my stash. I'm sure that will work for this. It's not terribly huge. It would fit on a fat quarter.
Okay.
So yeah. So I'm gonna start that, and then I'm doing like I didn't pull all the projects down. I'll show them next week, but I'm gonna do Jolly July. So I've decided because I really like the 5-day rotation, which is not super exciting for people to watch, but you get so much done. So I picked 4 projects, one to work on each week, like Monday through Friday, that are Christmas related. One of them being Hearthside Christmas by Erica Michaels that I'm going to try to get done. And then I'm going to do Tour de France, which is a full coverage fanatics challenge for July, where you stitch the number of stitches that the bicyclists go that day. And I'm going to use the cat alphabet piece that I used last year for it to hopefully get some good progress on it. So those are my plans, but I'll show the specific projects next week because it'll be July 1. Can you believe that? Next Saturday is July 1 already.
No,
It's crazy.
no.
And I'll be switching over to summer montage instead of the spring one because it'll be summer. I mean, it's summer now for us, but I think that's my plans. That's everything. What are you doing this week then? Do you have plans for this week?
Stitchy plans or plans in general?
Stitchy plans.
I am going to finish this. I'm going to finish this. I wanted to get it done this weekend.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm going to. So this is I hope to get this done before July 1st.
Okay. That's your goal.
I would like to get it done this weekend.
Okay.
And then I'll go ahead and start one of the July pieces.
Great. Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on spring montage one more day.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to work Tutor B. Hopefully we'll have a finish next week. And then I'm going to start, it's not really a new start, but it's a start-ish. I am working on these early bird bouquets.
Oh, so pretty.
I have the first 2 done. So I'm just going to start on this last one and give this 5 days. I don't know if it will be enough to get it done, but I'll sure try. Get it close to done. And then I can count this whip because I said this whip will be done when all 3 are done. So right now this only counts as 1 whip. And then those will be done. And that's on my year of whips as well. So I can check that off. And these are in the April 2019 Cross Stitcher magazine. So that's what I'm going to work on.
Very nice.
Yes. Anything else? How long have you stitched for? You said from the 80s?
I stitched in the 80s and did samplers even then. And a few other things, but I enjoyed doing the samplers.
Yeah.
Then I had children. I went back to, I did crocheting, I've done scrapbooking, ceramics, and full circle now back to cross stitching again.
Yeah. And I should have mentioned this at the beginning, but you do not have a Flosstube channel.
I do not.
Even though Robin and I keep trying to get you to start one.
You do. You do.
So I thought I would bring you on to kind of at least showcase some of your beautiful work that you do.
Thank you.
Not to mention your beautiful personality. That's my favorite face that she gives. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me. It was so fun to do this together. And hopefully we'll have you back maybe in another year to give us an update on what you've accomplished. So start taking notes.
I was going to say that seems like a lot of notes to take if I'm giving a yearly update.
Well, the other thing is come back next week and the week after and the week after.
So then it's the Carolyn and Andrea show.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Thanks for joining us. And
Thank you.
I'll see everyone next week. Bye.